Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch and Watch. We are covering the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think this is season 14, 15. I can't remember. This is an episode. I can't remember the episode number. But we're in Turks or St. Lucia. So I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel and supporting me. Please like this video, and also you can share and leave your comments. Subscribe if you are new, and I welcome you aboard. Now let's get into this episode. This was a better episode, I will say that much. I feel like I'm going to go on a rant a lot because it's like, what? What are we? Erica, right now I feel like cussing you out. And I'm really sick of your stance as far as the mess that you and your husband was in. And we can say, oh, she wasn't involved in it or whatnot. It was how you decided to posture yourself on television. And somehow you're mad at other people because of them questioning or having questions, having doubts, this and that, having your back. Or not having your back. Shut up. We start off the episode, there's going to be a dinner because the cast has arrived in St. Lucia. Everyone's going to be dressed in all white. Everyone gets ready, they come and meet, and we find out that we have two twins. Garcelle and Kyle have worn the same outfit. Now, I wonder how Kathy is going to be able to tell them apart. Remember the first season Kathy was on, which I think was season 11? When she was said that, when she saw Garcelle, she thought that Garcelle was Kyle. I said, Lord, how? But we know Kathy got some other stuff going on that she ain't admitting to. Yeah, so they go on to dinner. Somehow, I don't know if it was editing or whatnot, everyone's having a good time thus far. And then we get on this subject of Sutton. I don't know who brought it up. But anyway, Sutton ends up apologizing to Dorit, saying, that's not me, that's not my character, and I said something really mean, and I want to apologize. I should not have said it, I don't know why you're apologizing for it. It's still a wealth read. One thing I'll say about Nene Leakes, she's not apologizing. It's very rare that she's going to apologize because she said what she said and meant what she meant. Take it or leave it. Did I like that about her sometimes? No. Because it's like you're not even listening to anyone and what they have to say. You just said, I meant it, and that's how I felt, and that's how it's going to be. But anyways, for that, I would not have apologized for it. Dorit says, I accept it, but basically, Dorit doesn't believe the apology. What do you want from her? We find out later that they believe that Sutton's words do not align with her actions. And that's why you don't believe it. But if you accept it, then accept it. If you have other things to deal with her, cool. You did not talk about that. Sutton did get defensive. I think for a minute, well, one thing, it wasn't a Sutton and Dorit conversation. Everybody needed to add their own 2 cents. And I think that was immediately Sutton has to be on attack mode. I'm going to take up for Sutton. I think some things she can be hypocritical with. In this moment, the way Sutton has had to operate, she's always have had to be in defense mode. Y'all have not treated this lady well. Sutton has her faults. And I'm not going to act like she doesn't. Y'all have not treated her well because y'all don't respect her and y'all don't really want her in no group. Let's just be truthful about it. Bose had to step in and talk to Dorit. Like, so she's acknowledging and apologizing to you. Then she talked about, do you know how long it's been since she's wanted to? Who cares about how long it's been? You and Kyle have been fighting for weeks and didn't even apologize to each other. What in the world? When y'all finally said you want to move forward, then y'all finally got y'all tails together. But it took several weeks for y'all to get together and stop all the nonsense. So somehow Dorit wanted to stand on this mountain to say, Sutton, I don't believe the ish that you're saying. Cool, but don't say you accept it out of whatever. And then finally somebody brings up what you do to her. She said it was just a joke about the alcohol. And then Dorit said, oh, it's a joke? No. Then she had to clarify, comment. I apologize. Somebody had to bring it up. So you've been sitting on whatever, blah, 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 blah. She said, you probably could have gotten an apology if you had not called me a B, ITCH. Dorit, I don't believe that you think that you were wrong about doing what you did towards that alcohol situation. And you did it for performance value, if you want to call it that. So if you're going to call Sutton that, then you're also that. Like, what are we doing here? You're no better than Sutton. And then people are praising you. Oh, she took accountability. Because they know you don't take accountability. Garcelle in her confession was like, she's taking accountability for 2 minutes and now she's the matriarch of it. I'm paraphrasing. But it's just like, ma'am, you don't. So I think both of Sutton and Dorit kind of act the same in this whole situation. People feel a way about Sutton because of her sisterhood display that she had, and then it turns around. I too also think that Sutton meant what she said about the sisterhood. She could not live up to it when she felt like she was attacked. That whole thing about the bus thing, that was not Sutton's fault. Dorit took it a certain way, and then all of a sudden they started fighting. I said it then, and I'll say it now. And then that started something between them. And in regards to Dorit saying Sutton doesn't want to be called out for anything, or Erica saying Sutton doesn't want to be called out for anything, but y'all don't want to be called out for anything. This show is full of hypocrites. Y'all don't want to be called out for anything and answer to anything. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Bose mentions that her and Kyle are in a better place. She said that she's a girl's, and she ended up going to some restaurant and seeing Mo with her girl. She texts Kyle saying, "Girl." And then later on, she sent Kyle a voice memo. It was like almost 3 minutes long. Basically say, I seen Mo here with her, and she ain't even that cute. She need to be, if you're going to do this, you need to be with someone cuter. That's all girl talk. I'm sure Mo's whoever looks good. But, you got to say that to your friend in the heat of battle. So if you want me to go after him, I will. That was her ensuring Kyle that she's there for her. Bose is going to be accepted into this group through association. I'll say it like that. Garcelle and Sutton will always be on the outside. And we know Erica only latched on through Dorit on Bose, and now she thinks she's going to be getting it good with Bose. They've accepted her already. So they start talking about this woman. They want to make this woman out to be some type of mistress. And Kyle wanted to paint herself as this betrayed wife. Like, anytime Kyle has a chance to be a victim, she's going to take it. This is not that situation. You're separated. So Garcelle brings up, well, I want to be there to support you, and we're doing better, but also, you're out with Morgan. What's up? She just said, I was out one time with her, and that's just it. Again, if we're going to sit up here and talk about Mo and what he got going on, we should be talking about you. And Garcelle's frustrated because it's like, we can talk about this and try to make you look like the victim and support you and what you got, but then when it's about you, which is probably part of Mo's reason that he's moving on, you don't want to talk about it. Erica says, Garcelle wants to be so much in Kyle's business or whatever, but who are you sleeping with? And, touche. Erica, who are you sleeping with? Also, who is funding you? Is the Bravo check paying all your bills? Is Chicago paying your only bills? Let's stop it. You don't get into your personal life. You just talk about redecorating your home. And now you bring your mom around. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. These ladies are full of hypocrisy. We can just put all the blame on Sutton all we want to, but the foundation of this show, in the later years at least, is hypocrisy. They put a button on things because of how Dorit wanted to act. Not Kyle, whatever. Garcelle is upset because Sutton did not have her back. And Garcelle discusses it because she's frustrated with Sutton because she sees that Sutton wants to be friends with Kyle more than I guess doing her job on this show. It's like, I'm out here to look like I'm the bad guy, but you don't even help have my back. And I've had your back several times. Sutton just says, I don't feel that way. That's another thing within this group. Every time somebody brings up something, it's always, I don't do that. I don't feel I do this. I don't do nothing. And even if you don't feel that way, can you ask, is there, how I want to say it? Can you give me some examples? Da, 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 da. They don't even give much examples. Now, Erica, you did do something, but shut up. We're going to get to you in just a second. So, Garcelle's just pissed, and she just says, I'm going to bed. Because, no. Bose did say, because Bose, Erica, and Dorit, they sit down, or whatever, later on, get on PJs and all that. And Dorit says, you can't say you accept an apology and then try to railroad someone after all of this and all that, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what Erica said that night. Whatever. So the next morning, they're going to go on a boat ride. But they're supposed to be taking all these thirst trap pictures or whatever. Everyone's got on these cabana hats and stuff like that, which is cool and dramatic. They get on the boat. Oh, well, Sutton and Garcelle did have a conversation again. I was upset and all that good stuff, and I just don't feel like getting my back and all that. Sutton, what was a red flag for me is when Sutton says, this is our first fight. And Garcelle said, here. No, this is our first fight. I believe Garcelle. Sutton, this felt like, for appearance sake, you don't want to act like you two don't have arguments. Honestly, I don't even know chronologically what happened on the boat. Somehow Sutton brought up again about, hey, what I meant last night, I meant as far as an apology to Dorit. But I think because of how things ended, because it was like Dorit wasn't really accepting it, but acting like she was accepting it at the same time. So it was like, what happened? So Erica brings up that she feels like what Sutton does is to appear to be a friend and then work as an enemy. She brings up herself and the scandal that she was a part of. It's Tom's scandal. You were attached to it because of everything that was coming out in the news. We remember when Sutton first gave her care package and offered her a loan for what is probably going to come down the pipeline. Then all of these stories start breaking out, and Sutton had questions. On this reality show, you're supposed to be asking questions. You have to bring it up. But the Fox 5, I don't know, Teddy wasn't on there, 4, or the Fox Force, that's what it is, didn't want to talk about it. Even though Dorit was talking about things, but she was too much of a punk to actually say stuff to Erica's face. But, Sutton was the bad guy. And everybody allowed Erica to just dump on her when you all had the same questions. You all had your Google alerts talking about this, da 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 da. But Sutton took the trash of Erica because she did not want to answer questions about what's going on. And she cussed her out many times and plenty of times and treated her like dirt. It's like there's this audacity to ask people questions about what's going on in your life and what's happening here. Should I trust this person? Sutton just met Erica the previous year. She don't have this type of foundation that you 5 have with each other, Fox Force, where y'all will protect each other, even if you are guilty as sin. So then she brought up how Sutton was trying to get Kyle to talk last year. She was being mysterious, Kyle. And now with Dorit. Do I think that Sutton has been nasty sometimes to Dorit? Yes. It did not start off that way. And again, how things started is when Dorit took something out of context and Sutton went into full defense mode. Nobody wanted to hear each other out, and that's why we're in this place right now. Dorit don't have respect for her, and Sutton has to put on this armor. At this point, Sutton's like, that's not me. Why would you try to say that I'm this, something of women? What was it? I attack women or something to that nature. So I didn't say women. You did say women. Women within this group, blah, 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 blah. Garcelle's sitting back. Because even right now, Kyle's not having Sutton's back. But you so wanted Kyle's back. And then she said in her confessional, people think that Kyle's not my friend. Tonight just proved it because she had my back once. A little bit. So Garcelle's like, no, let's get yourself out of this, Sutton. Sutton and Dorit exchange little words. Sutton asked, or Dorit asked, so do you want to move forward? And Sutton said, no, I want to put us on ice. And that's when Dorit said, now that's the true Sutton. But what do you mean? Her words finally line up with her actions. How would anyone feel if they are offering an apology? You say you accept it, but you still go on. It's like Dorit says, I haven't even expressed what has really hurt me. I said all this time you have not expressed anything? All these weeks. But somehow Sutton is so out of line because she took 3 weeks to apologize to you. And you don't even take the whole weaponizing alcohol against her as really serious. It is the constant hypocrisy in this group. So Sutton just needed to get up and be alone. Kathy gets up to comfort her, but Sutton's like, look, let me just have a few moments alone. She did say, while she was still sitting down at the time, like, what do y'all want from me? There's a constant, and she gets it, thing of what I did wrong. What? Do I think that Sutton does not take accountability for stuff? I think she will take accountability. I think it takes her time to give accountable stuff because she doesn't want to be constantly berated and always constantly on this chopping block to be poked at. And that's what she said. Y'all keep picking at me. Nobody's picking on you. Yeah, you have. You have for years. So I'm okay with Garcelle not defending Sutton because Sutton's going to have to come to the realization of who her real friends are. You already said that Garcelle is the only one that's ever really stand up for you, and you leave her hanging so that you can kitty click with Kyle. Yeah. So, Erica, you only defend the Fox Force. You don't defend anyone outside of the original 5, and that's just it. And again, nobody cares who questioned you about how you were moving during this whole Tom scandal thing. You're saying that nobody had compassion. People did have compassion, but you act like because they switched up that they're just not good people. No. You know on this show that you have to be questioned. And again, everyone thinks that they're not supposed to be questioned in this group. Y'all let me know, because I'm frustrated with this group and they get on my nerves because it's full of hypocrisy. That's all I do have. Thank you for joining me. I was supposed to do a married medicine audio. I still have not done it. I'm going to try to do it for you today. I make no promises, but if it's too late, then I'll have to just combine it with next week or something like that. I don't know. But I appreciate everyone for coming to the channel. Like and share this video. And also, leave your comments below. Until the next one, peace.